Wanted to dedicate a whole video to my favorite of the festival. Even though it doesn't feel like a festival movie, this was not the debut and there has been a lot of promo for this film for quite some time. It is already out on HBO Max, so you can check it out right after you see me jerk it off, Judas and the Black Messiah. The plot is about a government informant that kills the Black Panther Party to help the FBI in arresting Fred Hampton. These are career bests from Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield. I had to look up clips of Fred Hampton afterwards to check Daniel Kaluuya's performance, and he captures his nuance and his poetic public speaking perfectly.
But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. A revolutionary! I am!
The movie also highlights how Fred Hampton is only 21 years old, and of course he's a flawed character. We also get a good look at the scope of the Black Panther movement and how Fred Hampton commanded and guided his fellow Panthers. Moving on to Lakeith Stanfield, who has slowly approached my top 5 current actors working. Just look at his filmography at this point. Atlanta, Get Out, Knives Out, Sorry to Bother You, Uncut Gems, and now this. I've heard the criticism that we need a Fred Hampton movie, not an informant movie about Fred Hampton, but I couldn't disagree more. The story of Fred Hampton's short life is worth the screen time, but the story of the informant is even wilder and gives us, the viewer, a great excuse to infiltrate the Black Panther Party with Lakeith's character. Lakeith's character feeds the FBI everything they want with the return of being handsomely paid. But ultimately, at what cost? He is in a bind where he has sold his soul to the devil. His performance is especially great when it comes to developing mannerisms along the way that demonstrate his comfort level among the party. The chilling interview at the end with the real-life character is so unsettling to me, validates his performance to me. We can talk all day about how he slowed down the revolution, but the system forced him into an offer no man can refuse, and at the end of the day, he's a pretty morally neutral man, which is hard to roast. There are plenty of other great performances, but the only other one I would like to talk about is my man Jesse Blemons. At first, we see their relationship develop, and it is also described to us as a father-son relationship, and we see it devolve into something truly evil. Jesse Plemons portrayed one of the most evil characters I've ever seen on TV, with Todd in Breaking Bad. This performance rivals prior performances. At the end of the day, the agent is just a pawn, and someone else would do his job if he wasn't the pawn, as demonstrated through one of their celebrations. Performances aside, this is an extremely beautiful film with excellent direction. Another element would be the production and costume design, as I never doubted the time period. The score grew on me, and my favorite aspect to a score is when it progresses and evolves with the film and adds a climatic scene. The climatic scene where this occurs in this film is lifted to even higher heights with the score. There are a few plot conveniences here and there during dramatic scenes, but I never felt like it took away from the overall film experience. More so the film just owning up to being a film and not a political hit piece. I stated this for Trial of Chicago 7, and I'll restate it here. I agree with the politics of this film, but this isn't why I love this film. Good political movies are movies first, politics later. This was a strong 9 and is locked in high on my early 2021 list. Escort yourself out of the building.